In this video, I'm going to show you how to make that 4-wire projector work with that 3-wire plug on your headlights. So on many cars, you will find that you have one bulb for both high and low beam. This one here is an H4 or a 9003, and this one is an HB5 or a 9007. On both, the plugs are quite different, but there is one similarity, and that is that they both have 3 pins. With a bi-LED projector, you have 4 wires. 2 are for your low beam and 2 are for your high beam. Now the problem comes where with a design like this, these will typically turn off the low beam circuit when the high beam is active because they actually have 2 filaments inside. One of those filaments is for your high beam and one of them is for the low beam, and they don't turn both on at the same time. Whereas with a bi-LED projector, you have a low beam, which is your LED output, and the high beam is actually just a little actuator in here. When the high beam circuit is activated, it just opens that little flap there, which allows more light to shine through and removes that cutoff line that everybody loves with projectors. And unfortunately, what that means with the bi-LED projector is that the low beam has to get power for the high beam to work. Whereas with a bulb like this, if the high beam is getting power and ground, the low beam doesn't have to because of that extra piece of filament inside of the bulb. So on cars with a 3-wire system like these, you'll typically see that the low beam drops out when the high beam is active, which means that on a projector, you have no LED output, but all you hear is a click. Now, another thing that you're gonna see on a lot of cars are 2-wire systems like this bulb here. This one is an H11. It has 2 wires in the plug. So if you have a bulb like this, the 3-wire system is not really gonna be applicable to you. And in most cases, if the high beam is on, the low beam will still be on your car. So if you have a 2-wire system like this on your vehicle, this video probably doesn't pertain to you. There is sometimes an exception to that, and that is that on some cars, if the fog lights are on, the high beams are on, the low beams will turn off, even though they are 3 separate lights. You're not really supposed to have more than 4 lights shining off the front of your car at one time. If you have a separate high beam, low beam, and fog lights, that would make 6, 3 on each side. But if you do have a 3-wire system, unfortunately, there is no way to splice these wires together that will work. But I'm gonna show you a way that you can use diodes like these to make your bi-LED projector work on your 3-wire system. Somewhat like a Zener diode, but a little bit higher power. These particular ones are called Schottky diodes. What a diode is, it's like a one-way electrical valve. So it allows power to pass one way, but not the other. So we can use these diodes and actually splice 2 of them together. And that way, power can flow either from the high beam or from the low beam circuit and go into the low beam input on the projector without backfeeding into the car's circuit. But it's not as simple as that because unfortunately, cars vary significantly. Many cars will use a ground circuit to activate the low and the high beam and have a common 12-volt circuit. Other cars will use 12-volt to activate the high or low beam and have a common ground circuit. And then there's just the wiring order in general, one car to the next. While they might have this plug here, which one is power, which one is ground, which one is low, and which one is high can be completely different on one brand of car to the next. That's why it's not as simple as making a bunch of these and just selling them. The more you understand how these circuits work, the easier it will be for you to make one tailored to your vehicle. But just having someone make one and sell it to you, it's very likely it will not work in your circumstances. Now, if I were to take one of these diodes and connect it to my ground circuit, and I take the power side and I connect that to the power side of my projector, and I attempt to complete the circuit, it doesn't do anything. Now, if I flip this around, our projector turns on. This would be an example of how we would wire it in the event that we are running on a circuit that is ground triggered. But in the event that your car uses power triggers, you actually have to flip that the other way around. We'll connect our ground to the projector. We'll connect our diode to our power. And if we probe, you'll see it does not turn on. That is because we have to flip that circuit around. When we connect like that, we get power to it. So as you can see here, I've got 2 Zener diodes and I've got them connected and they are going in a different direction. So this is going to be a huge factor in the way that you wire yours up. I'll put a diagram on the screen that will kind of explain a little bit better the direction that you have to go depending if you're ground triggered or power triggered. But for this example, we will go with a ground triggered circuit. You're gonna take two of these diodes and put them up next to each other, kind of like this. And we're just going to twist the backside of that together. Just keeping in mind, we're effectively running our high beam in one, our low beam in the other, and combining them into one on the other side so it can control the power for the projector LED. Next, we're going to take our projector and take our power and our ground. We'll go ahead and solder that onto the ground side and just use some shrink tubing or possibly some electrical tape. Shrink tubing is definitely the better way to go if you do have that, to cover up those wires just to make sure they don't touch anything on the car. Now for this, you will need to get some pigtails that will match the vehicle that you're using. Now you can make your own pigtails with a plug, something like this if you have an H4, and a couple of pins like this, or you can get pre-wired pigtails on Amazon pretty cheap, like this H4 and this H13. Just keep in mind that if you are making your own pigtails, you're gonna need some kind of a crimper like this to make those solid connections. I'm just gonna use the pigtail for this case, keep it super simple. Now in this one, you do need to identify which wire is which. In the case of the way that we are wiring this one up, we have a constant 12 volt and we have a ground high beam and a ground low beam. And on the projector, you're going to identify the LED power wire and the power wire for your high beam actuator. Go ahead and strip those back and combine them together. We're gonna go ahead and solder those together, put a little shrink tubing over that as well. So we're gonna take the ground wire for our high beam and we're gonna wrap it around this one here that's a little bit further down and closer to the projector. Next, you're gonna identify which one is your high beam and which one is your low beam on your plug, and you're gonna connect the high beam to the same one that we have the high beam connected to on this side and the low beam to the other. So now we have our connection soldered on. We can put our shrink tubing up over top of that, and now we can test our circuit. So I've got my constant 12 volt connected, and if I tap, you can hear it click. That's my high beam circuit. And you can hear my low beam circuit. It does not click because that flapper does not open for the low beam. But if I connect to the high beam, it not only opens the flapper, but it also turns on the low beam LED bulb. Now, go ahead and cover all this up with some electrical tape or use another piece of shrink tubing, and you're good to go and install it on the car. Now, I can't stress enough that this does differ based upon the wiring of your vehicle, and one car to the next is gonna be different. One brand could use several different layouts. So just because you got a Toyota Corolla and it's this way, it doesn't mean your Tacoma is gonna be the same. You do need to check on your car to verify if they are ground triggers, power triggers, which wire is your common wire, which wires are your high and low, because it will differ one car to the next. But assuming that you are able to determine which wire does which on a vehicle, best way to do that is with a voltage meter. Then you'll be able to use something as simple as a pair of Schottky diodes to make your bi-LED projector work on your headlights without the need of a big harness under the hood of the car. Now, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos, and check out nextlevelneo.com for all of your LED lighting needs. Thanks.